Hello students, in this video my aim is to complete exercise 13.3. My concentration is to solve very important problems, question number 7, 8, 10, 9 of this last exercise. Let us solve together.
In this seventh problem, we have given a cylindrical bucket, okay, whose length is 32 centimeter and radius is given as 18 centimeter, is filled with sand, and the bucket is emptied on the ground. That means the sand is there in the ground now, and a conical heap of sand is formed. See the figure, and its height is 24 centimeter. The height of the conical heap is given as 24 centimeter. We have to find out the radius of the conical heap and the slant height. Question clear, children? That means that the conical heap is formed from the sand inside the bucket. That means the volume of the sand inside the bucket is same as the volume of the conical heap. Understood? That means you can equate the volume of the cone, that is 1 by 3 pi r square h is equal to 1 pi r square, that is the volume of the cylinder. Okay, here one point to be noted is very simple problem but is important. Okay, so here both having radii, so we can represent this with r1 and this as r2, height also, so h1, h2, and here slant height. Slant height is only for cone. Okay, so the first step what I am going to do is we are going to equate the volume of both, that is conical heap is equal to volume of the cylinder. In the first case the sand was inside the cylinder, so it takes the shape of the cylinder, that means pi r square h. The whole sand is transferred onto the ground. Okay, so given the height of the cone, that is h1, of height of the cone h1 is equal to 24 centimeter. We should get radius as well as the slant height. Okay, and also the height of the cylinder or the bucket. Okay, cylinder is equal to, we can represent with h2, and that is equal to 32 centimeter, and its radius is given as r2, 18 centimeter. Okay, so what is according to the question, what is the equation? Both having the same volume. Okay, we can equate. That means volume of cone equal to volume of cylinder. Okay, and we can substitute the formula, that is 1 by 3 pi r1 square h1 equal to pi r2 square h2. From both you can take you can cancel pi. Okay, so what will be there in the LHS? r1 square into h1 by 3. 1 by 3 means 3 is in the denominator. So you can substitute the values, that is r1, that is what we need. Okay, and h1 is given, so I am keeping r1 square without any change. We can substitute, and h1 is given as 24 divided by 3 equal to r2. What is r2? That is 18, radius of the bucket, into h2 32. See, in the LHS you can reduce 3 and 24, 8 multiple. Okay, so r1 square into 8 is equal to 18 into 18 into 32, and in the next step r1 square you can take 18 into RHS under denominator. Okay, in the denominator 18 into 18 into 32 by 8. Okay, so 8 and 32 multiple, so 4 times. So in order to get the radius, that is here it is r square, you have to take the square root on both sides. So square root of r1 square means r1 both sides. So these numbers will come in the square root into 4. Okay, and we know that if the numbers are occurring in pairs, you can take one from each pair. Okay, so you can take definitely 18. Okay, it is escaped from the square root. Okay, and if you can write this 4 as 2 into 2, definitely you can write, you can take 1, 2 from square root. Okay, so their product will give you the radius of the conical heap, that is 18 into 2, that is 36 centimeter. So we got R1, we have taken R1 as the radius of the conical heap. Next, what we need? We need the slant height. Okay, what is slant height of the cone? By formula, that is, we can represent that slant height as L, and the slant height is equal to root of h square plus r square. Okay, here the h1, that is given cone, that is 24 square, plus r1 we have seen the radius of the cone as 8, what was that, 36, 18 into 2, that is 36 square. Okay, and we know the square of 24 as 576. This is 1296. If you have any doubt, you can multiply 36 into 36. 6 6 are 36, 3 carries. Okay, this 18 and this also 18, 36 and 39. 3 carries, 3 3s are 9 plus 3, 1296. Okay, then you can add the numbers in the square root. Okay, 576 and 1296, 12 1 carries. Okay, 10 plus 7, 17, 1 carry, 8 and 1. That is, in the square root, we have now 1872. This will be the slant height. But we know that a very important result I am going to tell now, that is a number end with 2378 that we have learned in smaller classes. Okay, it will not be a square number. So so it is not a perfect square. So in that case, if you know the number is not a perfect square, it would be better to go for prime factorization to get its square root rather than the division method. Okay, so the digits which comes 2378. Okay, in the unit place will not be a perfect square. So if a number is not a perfect square, better to go for prime factorization method. Okay, so 1872, being it is even number, now you can divide with the 2. Okay, then 3 and in 12 6 times. Okay, again with the 2, 4 8 and 13 6 times. Okay, and 8 16, 2 3 4, again with the 2, 1 1 7, 14. And now we can take 2 as a prime number. Sum is multiple of 3, that is, you can divide with 3. 3 3s are 9 and in 27 9, 39, again 3 1 3. 13 is a prime number. Okay, so you will get 1. So see children, here one pair you can take 2, here also 2, 3 also occur in pairs. So 13 is the only prime number which is not in pair. So it will still remain there in the square root. Okay, so this can be expressed as the product of primes, 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 into 13. Okay, so 13, we can't take 13 from the square root, but you can take 1 2 from this pair outside and 1 3, but you have to express this 13 still in the square root. So their product, that is 4 3s are 12 root 13 centimeter is the slant height of the conical heap. Hope this is clear. Now we are moving to the 8th problem. This is the most important problem of this exercise. Water in a canal of width 6 meter and deep 1.5 meter is flowing with a speed of 10 km per hour. How much area will it irrigate in 30 minutes if 8 centimeter of standing water is needed in the land to be irrigated? Okay, so how much area will it irrigate from the water from the tank, that is canal, in which is flowing out in 30 minutes? That is what we have to find out, the area of the land. That is what is the question. Okay, so this is the canal. The shape of the canal is cuboid, that is length, breadth, height. Okay, breadth and height is given. Breadth is given as 6 meter and its height is, that is depth, is given as 1.5 meter. Okay, so in order to get the area which it irrigated, we should know the amount of water which comes out from the tank in 30 minutes. That means volume. But for volume of the cuboid, we should know length, breadth and height. But only breadth is given and height is given. Height is given as 1.5 meter. But length is not given. Instead, we have given its speed of the water by which it is flowing is given as speed is equal to 10 kilometer per hour. Okay, that means from this you can easily get the length is equal to 10 kilometer. 10 kilometer per hour. That means the water from the canal in which is flowing out in 1 hour, its length will be 10 kilometer. Its length will be 10 kilometer. That is the meaning of speed equal to 10 kilometer per hour. But what we need only length of water for 30 minutes. Okay, that means if it is 1 hour, its length is 10 kilometer. We should find out 30 minutes. That is very simple. You can take by 2. Half of 1 hour means this is equal to in 60 minutes. Okay, but in examination instead of 30, if it is comes 40, so it will be difficult. So you have to find out how much volume, what is the length for 1 minute. Okay, and multiply with the given time. Okay, if it is 30, you multiply with the 30. Okay, so 30 minutes. So 100, because these are in meters, we can convert that kilometer into meter by multiplying with 100, 1000. So 1000, now it is become meter. Okay, this is per hour, that is in 60 minutes. Okay, so in 1 minute it will be by 60 and in 30 minutes multiply with the 30. But for examination sometimes 50 minutes or 40 minutes or 15 minutes like that. So you get the whole length in for 1 minute, then multiply with the given time. Understood? So here it is easy. So 30 in 60, 2 times and 2 and here 5, so 5000 meter. This is the length of the cuboid for 30 minutes. Okay, so in the next step means we should know the amount of water which flows from the canal in 30 minutes. That means water supplied from the canal in 30 minutes. That amount of water is used for the irrigation. That means this volume which flows from the tank in 30 minutes is there in the plot, in the land. That means both volume can be equated. There we need the height of the water column is 8 centimeter. Okay, so here the height, okay, of the plot, that is the amount of the water in the land should be 8 centimeter. That means here we can represent with H2 because here already we have H for cuboid canal. So H2 is equal to 8 centimeter. That means 8 divided by 100. So 0.08 meters. Convert all are in meters because that is how we have found the dimensions for canal in meters. Okay. So what I said, the volume of water which comes out from the canal in 30 minutes is used for the irrigation. Okay, that means you can equate both volumes. Okay, so here according to the question, volume of water, okay, flows in 30 minutes. This is the amount of amount of water used for the irrigation. Okay, so this is equal to volume of that means the water used for the irrigation purpose. That means here the shape of the land is not given. Okay, so how can we equate in RHS? How can we write the formula? So in that cases, okay, we have a general formula for volume. that I explained in the first part of this lesson, that is base area into height. Since the shape is not mentioned, we can just write base area because that is also equal to volume. Okay, so base area into height. Okay, because cuboid L into B into H. LB is area of the base rectangle into height. For cube, A square into A. That is A square is area of the square. And pi r square H, that is the volume of the cylinder. Pi r square is area of the circle. That is for cylinder, its base is circle. So in general, you can substitute the volume as base area into height. Hope this concept is clear. Okay, that means the water from the canal in 30 minutes, that is it's the amount, that is volume of water can be equated to because that amount of water is used for irrigation. Okay, so we can substitute the volume of water flows in 30 minutes, that is nothing but volume of the canal, that is L into B into H. LBH1 equal to area, base area into height, okay, H2. Hope this step is clear. Now length for 30 minutes. Okay, 30 minutes we have seen, that is 5000 meter. So 5000 into breadth is 6 meter and height also in meter 1.5, and that is equal to area, that is what we need. So we can keep area as it is, and height is equal to 0.08. All are in meters. So how can we calculate area? By taking this 0.08 in the denominator, we are going to divide. Okay, that will give you the area of the land. Okay, so in the next step, area can be equated to, I am taking area, writing this in LHS. Okay, area is equal to 5000 into 6 into 1.5 divided by 0.08. Okay, again in the denominator decimal number comes. Okay, which implies we have to convert that in natural number by multiplying with 100, because since we have two decimal places. Okay, so we can multiply that with 100 with the numerator also, so 100. Okay, now this become 8, 0.08 become 8. So by multiplying 1.5 with 100 means this can be written as in the numerator 5000, 6 into, if you multiply with 10 it becomes 50, and 100 150. Okay, divided by 8. Now we are going to divide this numerator with the 8. What is the divisibility test of 8? Any number having 3 zeros at the end. Okay, that is 100's place, 10's place and 1's place 0. That all such numbers can be divisible by 8. So you can divide this 8 directly with 5000. Okay, so in 50, 6 times, right? 48. So 2 remainder in 20, 2 times 16, 4 carries, and in 40, 5 times, 625, and 6 into 15. That is 6 into 15 is 90, and this 0 is 900. Hope this is clear. That is 6 into 15 is 90, and this 0. Okay, nothing is there is in the denominator. It is fully cancelled in 5000, 625 times. So 625 into 900. Okay, so we can multiply 625 with 9. So 45, 4 carries, 18 plus 4, 22, 2 carries, 54, and 2, 56, and these 2 0. So all are in meters, so area should be expressed in square units. So this much area irrigated, okay, by keeping 0.08 meter, height of water in the land. This much area can be irrigated from the water from the canal, okay, flown in 30 minutes. Okay, in order to convert this into hectares, that conversion also I have explained in the first video, first part of this lesson, okay, part 1. Okay, so you have to divide this in 10,000. Okay, that means 562500. If you divide this with the 10,000, it will become hectares. Okay, so 2020 can be cancelled, and 200. So you can place this decimal point from the right side to left side 2 by keeping 2 places. 56.25 hectares. Okay, this much area can be irrigated from the water from the canal which is flowing in 30 minutes. Hope this question is very clear to you. Okay, we are moving to the 9th question. This is the last problem of this exercise. This question also very important. Okay, see, in this problem, a farmer connects a pipe of internal diameter 20 centimeter from a canal, okay, into a cylindrical tank of internal diameter 10 meter and height 2 meter, and water is flowing through the pipe is 3 kilometer per hour. And what is asked? We have to find out the time taken to fill this tank. Question clear? Water is flowing through this cylindrical pipe. Okay, and it is collecting in a cylindrical tank, both having the same shape. So you can use the same formula, pi r square h. Okay, that is, we should know the amount, the volume of water flown through the pipe in 1 hour. Okay, and also you should know that how much volume or what is the capacity of the tank. Okay, if you know both, see, suppose for example the capacity of the tank is 100 liters and amount of the volume which flown through the pipe, volume of water which is flowing through the pipe is 10 liters per hour. Okay, so what is the time taken to fill the tank? The total capacity, the bigger container, that is the tank, that is 100 liters divided by 10 liters. Okay, you should get the time taken. The same way, that means you should know the volumes of both shape, both cylinders, being pipe also taken as the shape of the cylinder. Okay, you should know the volume of water comes through the pipe in 1 hour. Okay, for that, children, here we have given only the internal diameter of the pipe is given as 20 centimeter. But we need the height, that is length, pi r square h. Okay, instead of height, what is given? Its speed is given as 3 kilometer. Okay, from that 3 kilometer, you will get the height or the length of the pipe. Okay, that is 3 kilometer per hour, or in 1 hour 3 kilometers. Okay, so you can take h is equal to 3 kilometer. Okay, see here in the tank, both are in, that is both the radius and the height are in meters. Better to convert that dimensions of the cylindrical pipe also in meters. Okay, so that is what I am doing now. So 20 is the internal diameter of the pipe. So R will be 20 by 2, that is 10 centimeter. Then you have to convert that into meter, dividing with 100. 10 divided by 100 is 0.1 meter. Okay? Yes. Now, height, being the speed is given as 3 kilometer. Okay, you can take the height or length of the pipe as 3 kilometer. Okay, that is in 1 hour 3 kilometer. Okay, so that you have to convert that also in meters by multiplying with 1000. So 3 into 1000 is 3000 meters. Okay, so let t is the time taken to fill the tank. Okay, so let time taken to fill the tank is t. Okay, let time taken to fill the tank equal to t hours, because we have taken this 3 kilometer per hour. Okay, that is speed is given per hour. Okay, so you will get the time in hours. Okay, that how that can be calculated? That means that is equal to volume of the tank divided by volume of the cylindrical pipe. Okay, so this is equal to volume of the tank divided by volume of water flows in 1 hour. 1 hour. Okay. So, volume of the tank, both are in cylindrical shape, I already mentioned. So, pi, and we can take the radius of the tank we have given, its internal diameter is 10. So, 10 by 2, that is 5 meters, and height is given as 2 meter. So, 2 meter. So, this is R2 and H2, and the pipe you can take R1 and H1. Okay, so pi R2 square H2 divided, or you can take a capital R and capital H and small r and small h, that doesn't matter. Okay, and pi R1 square H1. Okay, you can cancel pi. Okay, and what is R2? R2 is nothing but the radius of the tank, and that is 5 into 5 r square, and h is 2 divided by r1 square. Internal diameter is 10 centimeter and in meter 0.1. 0.1 into 0.1 into, and length we have taken from the speed as 3 kilometer, and in meter is 3000. See in the denominator decimal points, 2 decimal points. Okay, that should be easily eliminated by taking 100 from 3000. 30 into 100 is 3000. So, that means if you multiply this 0.1 into 0.1 with 100, it will become 1 into 1. Okay, no need to multiply 100 with the numerator, because we have taken 100 from the denominator itself. That is now 3000 become 30, and at the same time 0.1 eliminated, so 1 into 1. Okay, hope this step is clear. So 25 into 2 is 50 divided by 30. So you can reduce, again 0 get cancelled. That means the time taken we have got as 5 by 3 hours, because 3 kilometer per hour we have converted 3 kilometer into meters. So the time would be in hours. In order to get the answer in minutes, so 1 hour equal to 60 minutes. So whatever the hour, in order to convert into minute, multiply with the 60. Okay, so 5 by 3 into 60. So 3 in 60, 20 times. So 520 is 100 minutes. This is in minutes. Okay, and 5 by 3 in hours. Both are correct. So, okay, so this is all about the last problem. That means the time taken to fill the tank is 100 minutes. Okay, thank you for watching my videos and supporting me. Thank you all.